they don't see how little dancers get paid for all the work that dancers do. I have been dancing, obviously, since I came out of my mother's belly. And it wasn't until maybe, I would say, sometime after high school that I realized that I could have a profession in dance. Growing up, I would always see the kids dancing with like Michael Jackson, and I would obviously be watching music videos and stuff like that, but it never registered to me that these people were living their dream. Like, it never registered to me that this was their career. So it wasn't until after high school that I realized that being a professional commercial dancer was an actual career, and that it was something I could do. One thing that people may not realize about this business is that it's all about your look. Your look is what gets you in the door. Your talent is what keeps you there. I had locks for a long time, and eventually, after auditioning for a bunch of different agencies and stuff, I signed with DDO agency at the time. And the first job I booked was actually a print job for a Vaseline body wash. Me and a lot of other dancers, we had to pose, and when the pictures were all put together, we looked like flowers. So it was really beautiful. Some of the misconceptions that people have about dance is that it's easy and that it's all fun and games. A lot of people think that once you work with an artist, y'all are automatically best friends. They see that you've worked with Beyonce or Janet or Janelle Monae or whoever, and they're like, oh, well, what are they like? Did y'all talk? Did y'all hang out? No, because this is a job. Like, are you at work hanging out with your supervisor? Like, are you hanging out with the CEO of your company? Y'all shooting it up, chopping it up? No, you're not. You're going in, you're doing your job, and you're getting out. People only see the glam. You know, they only see the final product, but they don't see the 8 to 10 to 14 to 16-hour rehearsals, sometimes with minimal breaks, sometimes with no breaks. Or they don't see, you know, the fact that, you know, sometimes there's not even food on set for dancers. They don't see how nasty sometimes hair and makeup can be. They don't see that dancers many times do their own makeup for the shows. They don't see the hours of waiting and waiting and waiting while choreographers are figuring it out, while creative directors are figuring it out. They don't see how little dancers get paid for all the work that dancers do. They don't see how most dancers cannot live as professional dancers. They can't see that our checks take months at a time. There's been plenty of times where I've done jobs and the footage or the print ad is released and I still haven't gotten paid. Nobody sees that. They just see all the glam. And a lot of times people try to just be like, well, at least you were there. Yeah, well, at least I'm eating ramen noodles tonight. You know, or, you know, how many turn-off notices are people getting, you know, or the amount of money people have to invest into looking good just to like show up to the audition to not even get it. Or they're not seeing the audition process where they're calling in hundreds and hundreds of people, knowing they're just gonna hire their friends. And people think it's all glam and it's all fun and games, and it's not. I've been doing heels for a long time before I actually would say I created the heels experience. But you know, in this day and age, you have to have a brand. So I buckled down. I was like, what do I want people to gain from heels classes? What do I want them to learn? How do I want them to feel? You know, and that's pretty much how it started. I started subbing, you know, people would ask me to sub their classes at various studios around New York City. And then I just kept it going.
And what happened with it?
Honestly, a lot of people don't realize that dancers are the bottom feeders of the entertainment industry. In addition, I don't have time to be playing all these social media games. I have a career that spans 19 plus years. I don't have time to be throwing up hashtags and doing dances to whatever's current on the radio. That's not me. And I'm not here for the popularity contest. I am a trained professional, and in my classes, I am training people to be professionals. However, that's not what people are into anymore. I've shifted completely into acting and hosting-based opportunities, whether that is hosting events, parties, emceeing on the mic, and acting. And all things that will let me be the true creative that I am and shine my light. I'm not interested in fitting anybody's mold. I'm interested in being completely myself and being paid for it. I definitely appreciate my journey. I appreciate the lessons that I've learned. I appreciate the relationships that I've built, the connections and stuff. You know, even though I'm not 100% focused on dance anymore, it still allows me a lot of freedom and a lot of opportunities, and I am thankful for that.